Hello Aquarius, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This here is Blazer the Morkie, who's just laid to a comfortable position, and we're here to bring you your November monthly tarot reading. We're going to do a Celtic cross today and close it off with an oracle card for the Aquarian collective. Please keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You may want to check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node reading placements, or also cross-watch for a friend or loved one. That'll give you more context and texture. Down in the description below, be sure to check out the links if you're interested in a personal reading, or if you'd like to donate to help support my channel, or if you just want to connect on social media. I'm here every other Sunday night to do live readings on YouTube, and you can come in on the comments and ask a question. Okay, Aquarius, let's get going into your reading here. You are starting us off with your current energy being the Orchid, the Emperor, and these are such cool cards. I'm going to show you a lot of the cards today because I'm using some beautiful decks. This is the Hyde Tarot from Dan Francis, and the Orchid, the Emperor. Wow, I'm thinking of the royalty kind of feeling, the stateliness. You might be feeling like a king or a queen in your own regard right now. Feeling very proud, very stately, very much standing out from the crowd. Now, the challenging energy that you got is the dog. This deck, it's the High Priestess. How interesting is it? You know, dogs are very intuitive. Blaze is taking a nap here during your reading, so he's relaxed. But this is your challenge. Your challenge is incorporating some sort of wisdom. Maybe some of you are being a bit humbled, or your egos are getting a little check-in here. There could be somebody who's testing your last nerve, and you're having trouble not going into that kind of competitive egoic state, perhaps. In your needed focus, you have the mushroom with the Five of Cups. It's really important to acknowledge your emotions here, even the ones that you might not want to reveal to other people, like you might feel jealous of somebody. You might be judging someone else for something they have and you don't. It feels like this kind of energy of competition to me. But there needs to be communication between the different emotions that you're feeling so that you can work through these energies. We all go through it, even though most of us don't want to admit it. And it's a dark and it's a hard place to be at times. That's what the universe is asking you to focus on. In your past, you have the Wolf card, the Knight of Cups. But I will say, even though I have all the cards upright, this one came up in reverse. And so this to me is a love that came to an end. It's a love that came to an end. You no longer move toward this love anymore. So we could be talking about an ex relationship here that is from the past. The wolf, a pack animal. It could have been a divorce for some of you because there might have been a pack involved. Also, if we just think about the instincts and the awareness of the wolf, it may have been your intuition or your instincts that led you to that ending. All right, let's look at the horse in the future energies here. We've got the sun represented as the horse. Isn't that cool? I actually love horse energy. I love sun energy. I love this coming up for you, Aquarius. This feels like healed energy has taken place. Horses are extremely sensitive. And if somebody is carrying around something that is unhealed within them, it's going to be hard for the horse to accept them as a rider, right? But once they heal and once they're in that place of contentedness and peace with themselves about it, the horse will let them come aboard. In your place of empowerment, you get the statue, the death card, Scorpio energy. And it is Scorpio season when I launch these readings. So in my defense, it's Scorpio season. I forgot to tell our Scorpios happy birthday for this monthly excursion here. But please wish them a happy birthday. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or just your own inner transformation. Maybe there's a way that you became hardened to protect yourself in the world, and you are learning to release that hardening. So like a statue, might have like marble or concrete and it's packed on and it's a very dense, keep in mind it's still vibrating. You may be feeling like you're cracking out of some guilt or some shame or some embarrassment of some kind, but that is also going to be the thing that empowers you the most, is this acknowledgement of this process in your emotions here. In your supportive energies, you get the siren, the devil. I feel like someone else just got this. It might have been Libra or Gemini. Very interesting energy is Capricorn energy. So there could be a friend or someone who is really helping you through these energies who's a Capricorn. This also represents energy of control and letting go control. So since this is coming up in allies and support, I think the awareness of the things you've been latched onto from a controlling perspective and being able to release those is probably your friend at this time, right? Because I am definitely getting the sense that we're dealing with your ego here, and that's tricky. And your ego doesn't want to hear certain things about itself, you know? Especially Aquarians right now. Aquarians, they're like, bring me good news, please. I've been dealing with this stuff for far too long. But in your truest nature, Aquarius, you're the humanitarian. So the ego is just there to protect us. It's there, and depending on our experiences, it will act and react in certain ways. And it's perfectly okay for you to accept yourself and all the emotions connected to that. Now, in your environment, you get the 10 of Cups, the spell, it says here. I would be a little bit weary at this time of anybody that you might attract into your energies. Why? Because this woman appears to be under a spell. And so while we are navigating our own egoic energies and we're really facing those, it might be a little more difficult to read the energies around you, or energies that you might attract in from the ego instead of attracting in from your natural cosmic alignment, okay? So right now, probably not the best time for Aquarius, month of November, to enter into a new connection, especially if some of these other things need to be in check. You might want to go for a little horse therapy. That might help. Looking at your hopes and fears, you got the Hierophant, the skull, and it's got a crown of 7 stars, so I'll just mention that to you. In some ways, I think that you are challenging yourself to an all or nothing kind of scenario or scenarios in your life, and I don't think it needs to be that way. I think your fear is doing that. I think that there is all kinds of gray area here and possible outcomes, but you're looking at like an all or nothing kind of scenario. I don't know why. In your hopes and your fears. But the Hierophant is also about spiritual authority. And maybe this has to do with you hoping that you can gain that beautiful spiritual authority amidst facing the shadows of the ego. Now, in the potential outcome, you get the Fox, the 3 of Wands. Now, I like this. I actually get a very curious energy from this Fox. I know that the Fox can be very sly and very cunning at the same time, a little bit on the sneaky side, but I also get curiosity here. So I really want to mention that with the 3 of Wands. What's nice about this is the Fox is watching, curiously watching, but maybe not yet taking the action. So while you're going through these energies, competition, jealousy, envy, ego, that's okay. It's a good time to be in a more observant mode. Okay, Aquarius, let's get into this. Fascinating. I'm Aquarius rising, so you know I'm checking myself here too. You are not alone. Let's clarify this Emperor, the Orchid. What is going on with this Orchid here? The Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Aquarius, these are all major arcana cards, starting with the Emperor. Very stable, structured energy, very stately and royal and regal. We have the Strength card, also Lion or Lioness energy, also pride and being regal, right? Being royal. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Psyche, your psyche, Aquarius, coming into a more balanced state here. more of a Libra energy that I feel here, bringing in balance to the ego. So it's okay to be confident. It's okay to be proud of what you've accomplished. It's okay to feel secure in those energies. It's also okay to let some better balance come into place when the ego starts to run away with things, you know. And we have this dog energy here. It might be a bit Pet Cemetery kind of feeling, right? This dog might be looking for blood here. So with this High Priestess, now very interesting representation. Could also be your loyalty to your own inner wisdom, which is you know, softer interpretation of the card. But I have to say here too, this is the challenge position. We're dealing with some shadows. We're dealing with maybe thinking we had the best wisdom in something and we learned that we did not. Maybe here with the Seven of Pentacles, we had to kind of go back to the basics here and remind ourselves how to ground in. Grounding came up really important for Libra as well. I think it's important for you. And how when we ground in and we anchor ourselves with the earthly energies, we feel so much more awareness and so much more illumination, right? And you want to feel this way. You want to feel this, but there are no shortcuts here. Be patient. The Seven of Pentacles is a patient card. You also got that in your hopes and fears, the 7 stars above the skull. So this could be a time where you just need to ruminate on these energies and these things in a good way. Ruminate, right? We're not going to stay there forever, but really acknowledging some of these things. Now let's look at this mushroom, this 5 of Cups, these different emotional energies that have come up for you. Okay. Okay, so we got the 6 of Cups and the Judgment card. Okay, so here's what the universe is offering for you, Aquarius. You're starting here with the 5. This is like, look at your emotions. Look at the emotions that feel good and look at the emotions that don't feel so good to you, okay? Take a look at them. Acknowledge how they feel. They either feel good or they don't feel good. You've got the 6 of Cups here. And it says the relic. And it's got this really interesting, almost like wood structure, but maybe with like some little bird drawings on there, like a petroglyph of some kind, the relic. You're going to dig into what from your past has caused you to grasp onto the protection of your ego here. So there's movement here. You're graduating from the 5 to the 6 of Cups, and we've got the Judgment card here with the peacock representing Kuan Yin energy. You have to extend yourself some compassion for being jealous, for being envious of someone else, right? And it may be even just some fleeting emotions, but acknowledging them. We're going to acknowledge them, then we'll let them pass on down the river. We're going to offer ourselves some compassion for being human, for one, for not being perfect. We don't have to be perfect, and we could still be beautiful. And so the Judgment card is coming in as an opportunity for healing, atonement, letting go. Let's look at this reversed Knight of Cups from the past. Like I said, this could be an ex or a divorce. This could be what contributed to you protecting the more egoic parts of yourself. Oh, yes. For that Knight of Cups, you got the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Aquarius, you entered into the connection initially in this beautiful, loving, heartfelt energy, and I do think the connection was real. We had a bus going by and I needed a sip of tea. Look here at this 5 of Swords, though. There was always something with this relationship that left you stressed out. I don't know if you were being abused. I don't know if you were carrying too many burdens. I don't know if this person just couldn't show up for you. Whatever it was, you knew in your heart of hearts, with the beauty of the intention that you entered into the relationship with, you also exited that with that intention as well. Good for you. That's beautiful work. No wonder you feel confident at times. We just have to remember overconfidence that bleeds into the ego, and that kind of nasty side of pride might get the best of us, but it also is a defense mechanism when we've been through something difficult, even though you had beautiful intentions going in and coming out. In the future position, this is where I feel like the energy is getting lighter. We're letting go. We've got the horse, that sun card. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. So the relationship has taught you maybe to have some better boundaries. The Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, to go slower. You're not going to be moving fast here with new phases to current relationships or new relationships. You're going to go slow. You're going to make sure that you're steady, that you have come to a place of acceptance of yourself, right? And here she is, she's on her little yoga pillow, and she's got all these wands coming at her, but she's only going to accept what is truly right for her. And here, the Knight of Pentacles, walks slowly, but look at what he leaves in his path. A whole line of pentacles. He leaves his mark on the world. This is very beautiful. I really believe this might, for some of you, have to do with what you're offering. You may be launching, or the next phase of your business, launching into a program. You may be a yoga teacher or teach meditation or something of that nature. And this is one way when you leave a beautiful legacy, but you've had to learn how to have proper boundaries around it. You've had to learn how to work through these jealousy, envy, competition vibes, and that's what's represented in that Seven of Wands. Seven has come up several times for you here. Hi there, are you back? He's back. He's back. All right, let's look at this statue, the Death card here. We've got the Hermit and the Chariot. Okay, I really like this energy. This is in your place of empowerment. So when we're in the energies of envy and jealousy, there is a frozen energy that comes along with that, or a frozen vibe, I want to say. It kind of strikes you in almost like Medusa turns, people to stone when they look in her eyes or whatever. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. Your recognition of that within yourself. This is not a reading for beginners. If you're watching this reading, you're not a spiritual beginner here, okay? You know that some introspective time of the Hermit, this is where the true wisdom comes in, right? Because you had that challenging High Priestess, competitive kind of energy. This is non-competitive, because this is you with you. It's not about how you're seen to anybody else. And this is you finding and reconnecting back to your inner light, to the purpose of why you're here, to your humanitarian nature, so that you can move forward in a more balanced way with this Chariot from that place of being very empowered. So the Hermit, also your friend, the Seven of Wands, your friend. There is pause. There is pause here. For the month of November, I see pause. I do see you being able to move forward in a more balanced way, but we also have the honoring of the pause. So if you have found yourself trapped up in these energies, you may even have, and this is the weirdest thing, Aquarius, I don't know why I did this, but I clarified the mushroom with two of the cards from the same deck instead of this one. But I did it for a reason. Oh my. I just noticed that though. How strange, but how interesting. We're just going with it. We go with what comes up. Yeah, so in your allies and support right now, you've got the Lovers and the Nine of Cups clarifying here for this Devil card. It's important that you be careful about entering into a new love relationship at this time. You may want to. It may be hot and heavy and feeling really good. And by all means, go on a few dates. It doesn't mean you have to stagnate, certainly not with that statue that you're working on, releasing those frozen energies. But your allies and support here with this Devil card in the middle, it's going to be some work for you to really make sure that you're focused on your own emotions here, the 9 of Cups, and getting those in place and feeling really good and open-hearted about those, right? So your ally, your support, is knowing the difference. It's knowing the difference between these things. It's knowing the difference because, see, when we're in an envious, jealous kind of energy and we try to attract this in, it usually won't work out. Don't rush yourself. Don't compare yourself to others when it comes to this. This is about you, with you, with you, with you, and feeling good about that. So your ally truly is carrying over from that Hermit in the place where you're empowered. It's your inner wisdom. Your inner wisdom is your ally. I like that. Okay, let's look at this 10 of Cups, the spell. This was another kind of warning flag here. Got a few red flags here, Aquarius, of in your environment, while love might be attractive and alluring and something might come up, I think if it does, this month, yes, he's home. One moment, Aquarius, one moment. Okay, Blazer the Morky has gone to greet another family member. So while we are here looking at this spell energy that you're in, jealousy, the envy, that kind of thing, love, and the desire for it that we might see in another couple or someone else or a friend, it can be a little bit deceiving. That's why it's coming up as the spell. You get the 4 of Cups and the World, which is an ending. The 4 of Cups, which is a letdown and sadness, melancholy, and the World, which is an ending, but an ending in which we walk through a new portal. I think if there's something that does come up in your environment, just be wary of that. Be wary of where your psyche is, where your emotions are with that, because that's going to give you a lot of information about, do you really truly want to start something up right now? You might just need some time in that hermit mode. That's all. Let's look at the skull, the Hierophant, in your hopes and fears. Yeah, the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. You really, really adore working with other people, I think. And I think that's why I saw some of you may be teachers, yoga, meditation, energy healers, that kind of thing. You adore working with other people because you love helping people get to a calmer place in their life and in their energies. That is something that you do. You have the impact of calming people in their energies here in a very spiritual way. Some of you could be spiritual entrepreneurs. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. You weave the beautiful energies, the spiritual healing energies in such a lovely pattern. This is like macrame. You may be very artistic yourself as well. And that's what you hope for. You hope you can help people build and weave new creative beginnings through a calm and embodied kind of energy and space, which is very beautiful. Since that's a hope and fear, on the one hand, you hope that's what you can do. On the other hand, you fear that it won't happen or that you can't do it. But you can't. You absolutely can. Let's look at this fox. Remember the curious fox, the 3 of Wands? You get the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Share your burden. Your homework assignment here on the potential outcome here with that 10 of Wands coming up would be for you to communicate to one person these what you might label so-called negative emotions or negative energies or jealousy, envy, that kind of thing, is to share it with one person, a stable person in your life, this King of Pentacles here. Be present. Let them be present with you. Let them help you ground in some of these energies. Be curious about their thoughts. Because I'm going to tell you right now, everyone that is alive on this planet that has, maybe not children, but as they grow, as we grow into adults, into adulthood, has been really dealt with some of these energies, even in their high awareness levels, has dealt with energies of envy, jealousy, and just the competition. So however it's coming up for you, Aquarius, it's important. This is important for you to acknowledge for the month of November. And I'm not surprised this is coming up in such a potent way for you, because we are more and more turning into the era of Aquarius here. So your inner wisdom is your ally here, and you got this. Let's get you a card from the Divine Animals Oracle to close off your reading today. Aquarius, you got the number 26 card, Ancestors, the Polar Bear. You are the carrier of a bloodline that stretches back for millennia, yet you are uniquely your own self. Take the positive from your ancestry and observe and note the negative. Family dysfunction stops here. Honor those in your family who honor you. It is a positive and natural action to individuate from our family on our own terms. Yes, Aquarius, and that would be where you want to be in your energies. You like the freedom of individuation. The polar bear magic is ancient, powerful, and profound. Should you wish to heal trauma of any kind, call upon this bear's energy to assist you. Working to address ancestral pain or shame passed down from one generation to the next can benefit from the polar bear energy. And I really like that for you. So some of what you may be facing could be ancestral. And it could be also in your soul codes where you've had past lives of great competition where men were pitted against men, women against women, family against family, right? So there could be some long-standing energies that play into you healing up these energies at present. Aquarius, very cool and interesting reading. I definitely grant you all the good vibes and strength that you need to move through these energies. I absolutely think you can do it. Your age is upon us, and this is the time you came here to do this kind of work. Thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.